Hey everyone, this is Julie and I'm here to show you my project-based quest. So first I'm going to go to the Google site and then I'm going to click on the little squares and head down to Sites. This is where I'm going to find it. Mine is called Money Talks. So basically Money Talks is the idea of putting something with technology and a manipulative all together in a partnership. So the students are going to get in partners, and if there's more than 2 to a group, 3 would be, I would say, max. The idea of this is having one student act as the teacher and one student act as the student. And the teacher is going to give the student a task. So everybody's going to have an iPad, and we're going to use the app called Amazing Coins, which is basically shows you how to count the money, and it will give you a task. So the teacher's gonna log in to the app, and when they start playing the game, it's gonna show you an amount. It's gonna say you have a milk carton, you want to buy a milk jug for 49 cents, and so then they're gonna tell the student how much the amount is, and they have a small pile of money in front of them. And what the student is gonna do is they're gonna go ahead and count out what they think is 49 cents and show the teacher. The teacher is going to then look at the app and check to see if they're right. They're going to do the math to see if the student is right or wrong. And if they're right, then they write it down on their sheet. If they're wrong, they're going to mark however they want to mark on their sheet, but then the student needs to then go back and check to see what they did wrong and count their math again. So right here, you're going to have the navigation, you're going to have the instructions and the task, the roles, the directions. So I give you the instructions, so we're going to go down to task. And this shows you everything you need to know about the game. And when you go down here to roles, this is going to tell you all the directions. So this is going to show you what the teacher does and what the student does and what each of them are responsible for. So we're going to go ahead and head down to directions. I already kind of explained the game, but the idea is to have the students flip-flop. So they're going to have 5 turns each. So as the student, they're going to count out 5 turns, and they're going to call it 5 equations with their math. And then they're going to turn it over, and they're going to have the teacher become the student and the student become the teacher. They're going to reverse roles. So the idea is having the teacher be able to watch what the student is doing and oversee them and see how they're doing it, and then vice versa. So having the student then become the teacher gives them the opportunity to look to see what the other student is doing. Now really the idea behind it is to be able to kind of link technology with the hands-on learning and make math fun. I've always thought of math as something that's not always a lot of fun and kind of boring, so I wanted to bring something fun to the mix and really just change it up for the students. This was something fun. I've done this with them before, and with my 2nd graders, and they loved it. Right here we're going to go down to materials. It's going to show you each thing that everybody needs. So each group is going to need an iPad with the Amazing Coin app installed, a small amount of play money coins, and a paper and pencil. And really the paper and pencil, like I said before, is just for them to be able to keep track of what they're getting, each question they're getting right and wrong. My thinking as a teacher is not for them to be able to count how many they got wrong, like a spelling test. The idea is to be able to have them look at what they did and be able to go back and redo their answer and look to see what they did wrong and understand what they did wrong. So under evaluation, you're going to see what, like I said before, I found a fun little a checkbox, but really the idea is for the students to just understand what they're doing right and wrong. So we're going to head down to teacher page, and basically the teacher page just gives you a little bit of info, kind of talking about me and why I made this video and why I made this game. It gives you my email address, so feel free to contact me with any questions you have for this game. And it also gives you the standard. I made it for second grade because that's what I have had before in the past when I did this game, but you can also look up any standard for any of these. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to give me a shout, and I hope your students like this as much as mine did.